What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Man, I know I haven't been on this in like 10 days, 11 days. You know, I went on a cruise with my family. We went to the Bahamas and everything. That was lit. And then, you know, the last 2 days on the trip, I got like sick. So I've been kind of like trying to get rid of this, but God's got me. So yeah, so as you see by the title, the video is called Discipline and Consistency. And this is one of the things that I realized too. I feel like God was speaking to me on the trip, because it was funny how like a day before we left for the trip, I was about to like read my Bible and everything, but I was kind of like packing and doing different things, and I was kind of like, I said, God, you know what, I'm gonna take a break. And I said, like, I'm not gonna like basically have my devotional time. And I said, like, you know, I'm not gonna do that. And then later that same day, I got into it with my brother. And like I said, it was funny after that situation, I was like, see, this is exactly why you just like don't take breaks. I was thinking, I said, as soon as I said I'm gonna take a break, that's when the enemy said, oh, what, you gonna take a break? And you know, he makes his way through. And then another thing too, when God was showing me I need to be more disciplined and consistent, was while I was on the trip, you know, of course, you're on a cruise, so you're doing different things. You're hanging out with family, you see different people, you know, you're having a good time. And you're seeing what different excursions they got, like on the boat and when you get off the boat and all that. And one thing was, I couldn't, for some reason, I don't want to say I couldn't, but I really didn't have that feeling of wanting to read my Bible. I didn't want to read the Bible. Then I had the other book, Kingdom Prayer by Tony Evans. I didn't feel like reading any of those books. And then it's like I would pray, but I wasn't being like genuine. I feel like I was just like the same prayers, kind of like, you know, Father, I love you, thank you for everything. You know, I was just saying like the stuff I always just say. I wasn't like genuine, and I wasn't giving like my time to God. And God was showing me like, you need to build your foundation with him on this level where I'm at. Because he's like, for example, with this YouTube, you know, once you're monetized on this, you know, you start making money. So then later, it's one of those, let's say you're able to do this full time and make money full time, like doing ministry full time and also make money from it. God was showing me like, will you truly give him like your devotional time consistently? And will you have that discipline even when you're more busy in life? Because right now I'm not busy like that in life. So it's like, there's no reason for me to not be able to have my devotional time. But then God showed me too, like even when you're on vacation, still have your devotional time. And when I said before the vacation, I was like, I'm gonna take a break, God was showing me that's a no-no. And there's nothing wrong with taking a break, but this is what I mean. This is specifically for me, and this may be for y'all too. It was one of those things, it's like, God was showing me like, you can't take a break because the job's not done. He's like, you need to be disciplined. You need to be consistent in him because the job's not done. And he was showing me that like, you know, every day you can go on Instagram. Every day you can go on Snapchat. Every day you can hit up your friends. Every day you can go on YouTube and watch whatever. But he's like, why is it a problem to read your Bible every day? Why is it a problem to read the Bible every day? Why is it a problem to have devotional prayer time, praise and worship time every single day with him? And even more than once throughout the day, especially when you have like a bunch of time. And he's like, well, what's the problem? He was showing that like your priorities is like not right. And then he was showing me too, like, you know, you want that successful career, but he's saying right now in a sense, like, you're not successful where you want to be at, and you're not giving him that much time. So why would I allow you to be even more successful when you're not even giving me time on this level? So I know you're not gonna give me time on this level. And that's what I was looking at on the vacation. I was like, all right, Lord, I understand, you're right. So I was like, it's time for me to be more disciplined and consistent. Because it's one of those things, it's like, when we see Jesus, you know, when he was in the Garden of Gethsemane, you know, he's bleeding, sweating blood and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, he didn't want to go through what he knew was about to happen. But at the end of the day, he said, Father, let your will be done. And he did what he did. He did everything that he was supposed to. And it's one of those things, like, we have to understand that you may not feel like reading your Bible. You may not feel like praying. You may not feel like doing this every day, but you have to. It's worth it. It's going to be beneficial. You have to. And it's one of those things, you're not always going to be motivated like, oh, I feel the spirit. There's gonna be days when you don't feel the Spirit, but then God's still there, but you're not gonna feel it. But you still gotta do it. And that's one thing God was showing me. Then shout out to my friend Duchess, you know, or her name Tay. But you know, she sent me like some DM, and it was basically speaking on that too. And it was like, you know, you're almost there. Don't quit. You know, basically you gotta be consistent and disciplined and all that kind of stuff. And I said, even though I'm sick right now and I don't feel like recording, and you know, I'm over here coughing, hot, sweating and all this kind of stuff, I said, I'm still gonna get up. Because I said, this is the video that I was supposed to speak on next, is discipline and consistency. And I said, like, you can't sit here and say, I'm gonna preach on this, but then later not even showing it, not even living by it. So it's like, even when you don't feel like it, you gotta do it. So that's the reason why I feel like God was speaking to me, and I feel like he's speaking to one of y'all too. So like, it don't matter if you feel like reading the Bible, read it. It's worth it. Trust me. Trust God. You know, trust him, because we see what this life is going, and it's one of those situations we don't know when our time is up. And I don't want God looking at me like, Christian, you gave Instagram and Snapchat and your friends more time than you ever gave me. I don't want that. So always have your devotional time. Make a schedule. Break it up throughout the day. Have a time with just straight prayer. Have a time of praise and worship and prayer. And when I'm talking like this to the camera and y'all, talk to God straight like this too. Talk to him just like you talking to somebody else. And then also too, have that time when you read the Bible. Have that time when you read a Christian other book. Maybe it's not the Bible, but something concerning it. Like I'm reading Kingdom Prayer by Tony Evans. Then also too, like when you're on YouTube or TikTok, watch stuff related to God. You know, we give so much time to the world, it's not even funny. Like, you know, right now I caught myself scrolling on TikTok and YouTube and everything, looking at this Diddy situation. Then I also been looking at like this Kendrick Lamar and Drake battle. And I don't even listen to that type of music no more. But it sparked some when I heard like Kendrick, because I haven't heard Kendrick in mad long. I was like, hold on, he dissed Drake, like what's happening? But see, that was like the enemy once again, like, you know, distracting you from the main goal, which is Jesus. Like you have to lock in and stay focused on God. And even when I'm sick, I'm making another excuse, like, I'm not gonna do nothing, I'm chilling, I'm not making a video, I'm not recording, I'm not reading the Bible, I'm not doing nothing. But God's like, Christian, you have to. You think all those people in the Bible who went through different things wanted to go through what they had to go through? Lock in, stay focused, and preach and do what you say you're doing. Meaning like, you keep preaching as Christian, you have to be that example and show it. And that's one thing I feel like God is putting on me, is like, you know, I can't be no hypocrite. I gotta really live by it. And it's not like, oh, I'm the example, but no, like we as men and women of God, we all should be an example to other people. Because like your life can be like the only Bible somebody opens up. You know how people say that? Like my friends, some of them are not Christians, but they see what I do when I post. Then I see them starting like entertaining it more, like listening to God. Keep going, because you never know who needs to hear it. So I hope this video encourages y'all and gets you on the right path with God. Let God use you and stop being lazy. Like, stop. I got another video too I'm about to film, and it's called Pick Your Difficulty, and I'm about to elaborate on that right now. So I love y'all. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.
Writing songs just like David, this my new song, songs put the spirit in. Let's go. I don't cross my heart, I'ma move far than I ever been. God gave me words when I couldn't word, let go my mistakes, yeah.